Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Alicia Dreaming, and today we're doing a review on Obi Wan Kenobi, the third episode that dropped on Wednesday the 31st. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Okay, so this episode was really good. I really enjoyed it. Please don't stick around if you haven't seen it because spoilers ahead. So I loved seeing Leia and Obi-Wan on the run. Although I'm going to be referring to him as Ben because that's how Leia refers to him. And I'm really glad that she still doesn't know that his real name is Obi-Wan, because that would have been a huge retcon. So there's this one scene where Leia confronts Ben about how he's been hiding stuff from her. She guesses that Ben had actually known her birth mother. And then she asks if Obi-Wan is her real father, and I won't spoil it, but it's a very touching scene because Anakin had not fallen to the dark side. Had Anakin not fallen to the dark side, Obi-Wan would have been like an uncle to the Skywalker twins. And I don't want to say exactly what he says because I'm going to butcher it, but you should watch it and let me know what you think about that scene, because I think that was my favorite. Okay, sorry. Had to adjust. The whole time on this random planet would not have been so scary if Ben had just waited for the rendezvous that he'd been told to meet. And I was so relieved when Indira Varma's character Tala turned out to be part of the Path, a somewhat underground railroad type of network that helps Jedi and Force-sensitive people to safety that would otherwise be hunted by the Empire. There's a mention of Quinlan Vos, and I knew his name from the Clone Wars, but it's been so long ago since I seen the Clone Wars, I had to go dig up his Wikipedia page. Turns out he had a very interesting background, and I'm really glad I looked it up. I'll include the link in the description. One thing I noticed though through the years with Star Wars is how robots are shown to be like the in-universe slaves of the galaxy, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, except it's co-opting the narratives of Black people in real life who were actually enslaved for hundreds of years. And before you point at Cassian Andor and Poe Dameron as being prominent characters of color, I would like to remind my audience that they're both white passing and possibly white Latinos. So people of color that are Black or darker skinned aren't given central storylines unless they're villains. Like the way we were baited with Finn using the lightsaber in the trailer for The Force Awakens, only to have the white girl with a tan turn out to be the special chosen one of that trilogy. There's also the fact that we were treated to racist caricatures like Jar Jar Binks, which had an anti-Black accent, and Watto, who was an anti-Semitic caricature. Going back to the whole robot thing, the Loda robot that literally saved Obi-Wan from the battle and fire wasn't even given a voice or means of communication like beeping, like Lola or R2-D2. Oh, I almost forgot the most glaring example of a robot getting more attention than actual Black people in Star Wars is how L3 and Lando, which is Lando Calrissian's android, got a long drawn out reaction from Lando when she was killed. But when Val died, Val was played by Tendai Newton, there's not even a tear shed. It was very upsetting. L3 is even styled as female, which, hello, androids don't have genders. Okay, rant on anti-blackness over. I'm going to talk about the big showdown between Obi-Wan and Anakin. We knew going into it that Obi-Wan couldn't die, but it was still heart-wrenching to see Obi visibly suffering when he sees Vader advance in a little town. And then the way that Obi is set on fire was terrible to watch. It's a parallel and payback to how Obi left Anakin burnt on Mustafar. Still, Anakin deserved that treatment. He went to the dark side. Obi-Wan, despite his cowardice over the 10 years, hasn't gone to the dark side. I'll say that I'm fully anticipating that they're going to get Leia back from Reva soon, but I'm also worried that she won't be reunited with Ben and they won't get another chance to bond. And that's where I stopped writing last night. But yeah, I know I've been talking super fast and I'm sorry for that, but I needed to get this out soon. I just had no idea when I was going to be able to film this at home. Anyways, let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. I know my views are controversial about the whole robots having the narratives of people of color, of black people, like the whole slave narrative. But let me know what you think. Go ahead and dislike my video if you don't like it. Alrighty, have a good one. Bye.